Okay, so for our next problem, we have 19 and this is actually edited na from the one uploaded in your classroom. So mag-iiba 'yon no pag check niyo ulit. Kasi for this one, we have 30th birthday. Kasi di ko siya nalagay yata before. Kasi kung walang ganyan, then it is impossible for us to solve for this, no? Kasi importante yung starting point natin ng reference of time. So, let me just read the problem para gets natin at least kung paano mangyayari to. Paano natin siya sosolvein, no? So, in the first place, we have Juan Reyes at talagang Pilipinong-Pilipino, no? So, he inherited 280,000 on his 30th birthday. So, in short, meron siyang 280,000 and namana niya yon. This he placed in his own pension fund bank account which earns interest at a rate of 12% compounded annually. He withdrew 450,000 on his 35th birthday to make the initial payment on a house. And then he withdrew his annual uniform payment for the pension fund on his 65th birthday and planned to make 20 such withdrawals so as just to exhaust the fund. Unfortunately, he died at the age of 71 just before withdrawing the amount due on that date. How much is left in the fund to be passed on the heirs at the time of one's death? So, ganito yung nangyari, baka hindi nyo na-gets. So, nagkaroon ng pera si Juan Reyes ng birthday niya, and then on the 35th birthday niya, so, nag-withdraw siya ng 450,000 just to have it paid for the house that siguro binili niya, no? And then, dun sa 65th birthday niya, so starting from 65th birthday, withdraw niya na yung kabuuan, and then, inamortize niya to from the next following 20 years niya for every birthday niya siguro ganon. Parang makakuha siya ng equal amounts. So ganun lang gagawin niya, no? Instead of siguro parang lumping this money in just one withdrawal. So siguro gusto niya is parang 20 years. Pero even though yun yung pinlano niya, so parang around 85 years old yung kanyang plan, no? Namatay na siya ng 71. So syempre, kung ganun in-amortize siya into certain value na mauubos siya sa 85th birthday niya, then you are expected na may natira pa doon kasi hindi niya na-meet yung 85 years old niya na target. So, ang question is, ano ba yung amount na natira doon sa kanyang amortization schedule na yon? Now, yung problem na to requires us to draw a cash flow diagram, as in, it's a must. Kasi this is kind of a tricky one and it really is somewhat complicated kapag di tayo nagawa ng cash flow diagram. So, let's start by having our 0. So, ngayon kasi gagawin natin is 0 yung ating reference point para mas madali tayo. Kasi kung, though pwede rin naman na 35, so, dito is 0, mag-start tayo sa 0 dito para at least alam natin na yun yung age ni Juan Reyes. And then, let's have some time skip. We have 29 and then 30 years old. So, dito siya nagkaroon ng pera, no? And then, I think, dineposit niya yon and then dun sa 35th birthday niya. So, let's have some 31, 32, 33, 34. So, nung sa 35th birthday niya, nagkaroon siya ng withdrawal. So, pababa yun, let's have it 35. Ito, gawin natin siyang nasa, baliktad tayo, no? Tama pala. Okay, yan. Basta pababa kasi 35. And then, so, basically, lagyan natin time skip dito kasi medyo mahaba yun eh. Kasi ang importante ditong part is yung 65th birthday niya. So, let's say 64. Let's have it here, 64. And then 65. Nung 65th birthday niya kasi, withdraw niya yon. Pero, upon withdrawal kasi, parang ina-amortize siya into 20 payments. So, parang from this, we have 66. Diba? Parang ganyan. 66, 67, up until dun sa 20 payments natin, which is supposed to be plus 20 from 65. So it is expected na meron tayong 85, so something like that. Okay, so let's have 84 and then 85 here. Okay, so ito yung expected natin na magkakaroon tayo ng equal payments. Pero siguro kailangan natin lagyan dito ng 71 kasi namatay nga pala siya nun. Joke, I mean, hindi ako natawa ha. Just that, never mind. So, I think drawing ko na dito kasi naman siya. 67, 68, 69, 70. So, dito siya nag-end. 69, 70, 71. So, dito nag-end yung kanyang buhay. Lagyan natin ng ganyan. And then, 71, 72, and then, let's have it 80, around 85. Okay, so siguro ganyan na yung ating timeline. And then, let's have this mga arrow natin. So, na-inherit niya yung 280,000. Okay? And then, on the 65th birthday, 35th birthday pala, nagkaroon siya ng withdrawal. So, let's have it dito. Nag-withdraw siya ng pera. Okay? And then, dun sa 65th birthday, so basically, winidraw niya yung amount nito and then inamortize niya into into its annuity. So, let's say ito, blue. Okay, so supposedly ito yung marireceive niya mga values, no? Or mga amounts. Actually, hindi kasama 65. So, start tayo sa 66. Burahin natin to kasi lagyan natin sa baba. So, you have 66, 67, 68, 69, 70th. So, ito yung mga birthday niya. Kasi yun yung gagawin natin mga periods. Okay? Basically, ito yung mga makukuha niya, no? Though hindi sila pantay-pantay. Siguro, edit ko lang ito ng konti. So, yon. And then, supposedly, magkakaroon pa siya ng mga withdrawal dito kasi, diba, hanggang 85 siya eh. Kaso, ang problema, namatay ka siya ng 71, so, hindi niya na-withdraw yung portion na yon. So, let's have this as gray na lang to indicate na ito yung mga withdrawals na hindi natin nakuha. Then, 72 up until 85th. Okay. Now, ano ba yung kailangan nating hanapin? So, need nating hanapin yung value kung saan ito is accounted yung mga natira dito kasi diba this is supposedly be the payments na marireceive niya pero since hindi siya nakuha so pwede nating ibalik siya dun sa 70 or 70th part kasi dito pa siya buhay eh or 71 pwede rin dito kasi dun siya namatay eh so parang ganon. And then ano ba itong amount na to, no? So, let's have this, siguro, let's represent this as, let's say, letter M. Okay, so M na lang kasi hindi natin alam kung ano yung, kahit ano kasi letter yan, okay lang. Now, to approach this problem, kung mapapansin nyo, we need actually the value of each annuity. Kasi, magkano kaya yung nakukuha niya dito? Yun yung ating unang tanong. So, to do that, we need to understand na we need to bring this payment, yung kanyang pinakaunang pera which is 280,000. So, di ba nagkaroon siya ng ganyan pera? Pero nag-withdraw siya dito ng 450,000. So, yung pera na to, we can bring this to 65, okay, to 65th birthday, as well as this one, para ma-account natin yung kanilang difference. And accounting that difference, we will be able to obtain yung final value dito ng 65, which we can now use para sa ating for our present worth ng ating mga annuity. So, pwedeng ganyan, no? Syempre, expect natin na meron pa siyang natira kasi yan eh. Dinala niya lang naman dito eh. So, basically, may natira pa yan kasi alam nga mag-amortize siya nang wala siyang dalang pera. So, ganyan yung magiging cash flow natin. Hopefully, I gets nyo yung idea, no? So, to be able to solve for ito muna, labelan natin, let's say this is F prime, okay? So, F prime muna yung unahin natin computin and then we need to find the value of your A. So, ang A natin would be your annuity. And then yung M mismo yung ating hinahanap dito, okay? So, A would be the annuity, F prime would be the amount after his 65th birthday, accounting na tong ating nabawas na withdrawal. So, with this, let's find F prime. Now, F prime can be observed by taking the difference between these two, 208,000 and 450,000, by taking these two then dun sa 65th birthday. So with this, we can say that F prime would be 200, or let's just say, ito 280,000 times, diba, ito going to the future, so that is 1 plus, ang I natin is 12%, so 0.12 raised to ilan ba tong years? So, you can count that 1, 2, 3, or you can just subtract 65 and 30. So, this gives you around 35, okay? So, maraming 35 years. And then, minus we subtract yung ating na-withdraw. So, that's kanya palang na-withdraw, but atin. And then 1 plus 0.12 raised to ilang years ba to? So, 65 minus 35 gives you 30 years. So, this value shall give you an answer that is equal to the future worth ng ating natira. Okay? Of course, accounted na dun yung ano natin, yung nabawas dun sa na 450,000. So, this gives us 1,301,928.528. Okay, so meron pa siyang 1 million on his 65th birthday. So, technically parang kung babasahin yung problem, parang winidraw niya yung ano yung 65th sa birthday niya ng 65th na. Pero actually, winidraw yun, tapos parang inamortize niya ulit. So, ito yung withdrawal niya, yung 65, and then inamortize siya for the next year. So, basically, parang hanggang 85 siya, no? 66 to 85. And then, let's determine kung ano ba yung mga dapat niyang i-consider. So, to determine our M, we need to determine first our A. And to do this, we have to equate ang ating F in terms of annuity, assuming na nagawa niya yun hanggang 85th birthday niya. So, we can bring this, itong ating equation na to, or ang ating annuities to the present, which is yung present is yung ating F prime. Okay, or up until this 65th birthday. So, yun. And then, to be able to do that, since alam naman natin na meron tayong 20 payments, 20 withdrawals, rather, na annual gagawin, so we could say na this F prime would be equal to our annuity, of course, annuity given our present worth, and then, annuity times the future worth, tama pala, present worth given annuity, and then I percent. And so, yun yung factor niya. So, F prime would be equal to, ito na rin, 1,301,928.528. This is equal to A, and then multiplied by the factor. So, that is 1 minus 1 plus 0.12 raised to negative 20, kasi 20 payments, and then 0.12. So, basically, pag sinabi kong ilan, yun na actually yung number of payments. Hindi nyo na kailangan mag-subtract dyan. Baka mamali pa kayo pag sinubtract nyo din. Mali yung nagamit nyo yung time. Anyway, so the answer for this would be equal to 174,000, okay, and then 300 pesos, 0.603. So basically, ito yung ating annuity na expected na ma-receive from the 66th birthday up until to the 85th birthday ni Mr. Reyes, no? Pero hindi yun yung tanong eh. Ano ba yung natira sa atin? So, kung natira sa atin, pwede nating ibalik itong mga hindi pa natin nakukuha to this point. And then, let's try to solve for the value of M from that. So, with this, M is equal to our annuity, okay, times yung ano ba yung ating factor? So, pabalik tayo. So, that's P given A still, and then I percent N. So, M would be equal to the annuity, which is 174,300.603. Multiply natin to ngayon sa 1 minus 1 plus 0.12. Now, ilan ba tong days? So, from 85 and then 71. So, you could just subtract it. So, 85 minus 71. Okay? Let's rewrite this, no? Raised to negative 85 minus 71. Okay? And then divided by 0.12. So, close, close bracket. Di na kasya eh. So, M would be equal to 1,155,293.719 pesos. Actually, kung mapansin nyo, so ito na yung sagot. Ito na yung M. Hindi ako gumamit ng double arrow na nag-meet, no? Wala lang kasi yun yung trip ko ngayon. So, pwede rin naman gawin natin yun, no? Di ba meron tayong future amount here? I mean, yung amount natin na 1,301,000. We can actually perform yung ating taking this to the 71st portion niya, 71st birthday, and then trying to subtract yung ating annuities from this going to the 71st birthday. So, yung difference nila would be this value as well. Pero syempre, kung pansin nyo, mas madali to, di ba? Kasi isang balik lang yan from the future going to the 71st birthday. Kasi alam na naman din natin yung ating value ng ating annuity. So, wala tayong magiging problema. Okay, so that is the solution for this problem. This is just a matter of understanding yung concept natin ng cash flow diagrams kasi kung hindi natin siya gets, medyo, maging complicated sa atin itong gantong type of problem. Anyway, let's proceed to the next one. Now, I think this problem would be the last for our extended annuities, mga amortization, kasi basically yung the next problems would be all about capitalized cost. Actually, na-introduce ko siya agad before. And then, hindi ko na-expect na ngayon lang pala lalabas yung problem. So, na-introduce ko na siya. Ulitin ko na lang din siguro ulit bago ako mag-start mag-solve ng mga problems, especially mga equation. Now, for this, we need to determine the present worth of the accumulated amount of an annuity consisting of 6 payments of 120,000 each. The payment is made at the beginning of each year. Money is worth 15% compounded annually. So, in short, this problem calls us for the annuity due kasi this is done at the beginning of each year. So, for example, we started with 0. We can actually draw the cash flow diagram of that. So, from 0 year, and then we'll try to have this, diba sabi dito, ano ba yung present worth ng ating accumulated amount of the annuity consisting of 6 payments. So, let's have 0 here, diba? Kita nyo naman yan, 0. And then, let's have the first payment. So, actually, 6 payments siya. So, each year lang naman. So, 1, 2, okay, and then 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So, what if, hindi ko tanda yung formula for annuity due. And then, I'll try to solve for this just using our idea of annuity, no? Hopefully, we can arrive at the same answer, no? Let's have the given first. So, ating A is equal to 120,000. Payment natin will be 6 payments. So, N equals 6. I is equal to 15%. We compound this annually. So, wala na tayong problema for this. Now, let's solve for our present worth. So, we could just have the present worth here. Pwedeng sa baba, pwedeng sa taas. Sa taas na lang para hindi na sagabal masyado. Okay, so yan yung ating cash flow diagram. And what we need to do here is to take all of this to the present. So, in short, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Okay, remember that. I only have 5 years. But I have to also account yung binayad ko dito sa beginning of the period. So, that's just parang plus A pa. Okay? So, with this, we can say na our annuity taking this 5 payments. So, we can say na our P, okay, so P would be the annuity obtained from the 5 years. That is A. And then, we have, let's say, P given A at I%. Okay? And then, sulat natin ngayon yung N. Ang N ko would be 5. Okay? And then, dadagdagan natin ngayon ng isang A pa. Kasi, kasama yun dun eh. Nagbayad tayo dito sa beginning. If wala siya, no, and then we try to bring this back to the present, wala tayong problema doon. Magiging 5 lang yan. Pero since meron tayo, or 6, ganun. Pero since meron tayo, then we have A here. Now, let's solve for P. So, we have P is equal to, A would be 120,000. Okay. Then, we multiply this by 1 minus 1 plus 0.15 raised to negative 5 over 0.15. Okay. And then, we add yung binayad natin simula, that is 120,000. Okay. Now, you can also do something like, wala tong araw, just to express na 5 payments na annuity tayo. But, since meron nga siya ng beginning, so we have to incorporate that. Just don't forget to add that, no? So, we have 120,000, and then this should give you an answer that is equal to, so this is equal to 522, okay, 258.6118 pesos. So, lagi ko rin siya nakakalimutan. Lagyan natin ng pesos dito. So, kalahating million yun, no? Okay, so that is the present worth. Now, this problem pala, since it also asks for accumulated amount, so hanapin din natin yung ating F. Now, best way dito, since we're dealing with annuity or beginning of our annuity paid at the beginning, we'll be doing our arrow at the end of this period. 1 year after, no? Kasi we're doing this at the at the beginning of each period. So basically, accounted na tong beginning. So we have to make sure na we add another one here that is parang pa-sixth niya. And then doon natin titingnan kung ano ba yung kanyang magiging future worth. So yun yung ginagawa natin for for examples like this na kailangan mo hanapin yung future worth pero you're looking at the at the future, no, at the beginning of the period. So ganito yung gagawin natin once na we have future worth and then nag-start tayo sa beginning ng ating each year, no. So basically ganun siya dapat ginagawa. Now ano ba yung magiging sense nito? So we can just take this as an example, no. So since 6 na yung ating maging ending, we need to take all of these payments back to hindi back but to the future, no. So with this, let's draw another line. So yung arrow natin is going to the future, okay? So pwedeng ganyan. Or there is another way that we can deal with this. The easiest one would be taking this present worth to the future worth by using the compound amount factor. But then again, ihuli natin yon. Unahin natin tong annuities, no? What if hindi natin solo yung formula? Like this one, di ba? This is, hindi natin talaga alam yung formula kanina sa annuity. But then again, if you try to look back at the equation of your annuity due, you can say na this is actually the formula knowing na yung ating n would be equal to 6. So basically, kaya naging n is equal to 5 na lang dito kasi in-assume natin yung ating number of payments would be just 1. And then starting from 0. Pero technically, we have 6 payments. So if n is equal to 6, then yung formula kasi nung ating annuity due would be something like a quantity 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative n minus 1. So parang ganyan siya, I. So diba, kung napansin nyo, hindi ko siya ginamit kasi technically, parang hindi ko rin naman talaga sa ulo siya. But you can always use this annuity due formula. It's just that you have to count. O diba, meron lang tayong 5 payments. And then, neglect natin to kasi nasa present siya. So, i-add mo ngayon kasi neglect natin siya. But then again, how about dun sa future since hindi rin natin alam yung formula? So, pag ganito, dun kayo sa one step after kasi diba before, when we try to solve for this, lagi tayong parang nasa labas nung last term kasi we have 6 payments so we have to make sure na anin din yung time frame natin dito. Then again, parang blanco yun kasi hindi tayo nakapagbayad dun sa 120,000 dun sa 6 na yun kasi hindi pa tayo nagbabayad na kasi hanggang 5th lang tayo kasi we started with the beginning of the period. So again, how do we deal with this this kind of problem? So the best way that we can deal with this is to try to use this expression. Parang basically, we will have a present worth here using our annuities, okay? And then we'll try to extend that to the 6th year, which is this certain period, which gives us yung ating compound factor dito sa portion na to, no? So meron lang dyan parang 1 year. So in short, our F would be equal to the annuities that can be accommodated from 0 to 5th year. So that is 120,000, okay? And then we multiply this by 1 plus 0.12, okay? And then raise to, is it 5 or 6? Now the question lies on that, or the answer lies on our cash flow diagram. Since we started with 0, so alam naman natin na if we started with 0, ito should be counted as well. So parang, pero pa tayo may imaginary 0 dito, sub-0, ganun. And then, dun tayo mag-start mag-count talaga since counted tong 0 eh. So with this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, we had 6 payments for this, no? And then minus 1 over 0.12. So this is that expression of the present worth na nandito. And then we need to bring this to the future, which is parang isang taon pa siya. So in that case, we can multiply this by the compound amount factor kasi siya wala naman siya binayad eh. Nag-extend lang tayo up until the 6th year. So parang ginagawa na dito, kano-convert natin individually ito mga to into annuity due, parang ganon. So with that is 1.15 raised to 1. Okay? And this gives us a value of sorry, hindi pala siya 0.12 but 0.15. Ba't naging 0.12 to? 0.15 and then 0.15. Okay. So, yung ating maging sagot dito is 1,208,015.904. Okay? So, yun na yung ating sagot for this problem. Okay? And hopefully na-guess yung ating idea nung hindi natin actually alam yung formula. So, wala tayong alam na formula. But then again, if you try to use your annuity due using the future worth, the formula would be equal to A, quantity 1 plus I raised to n plus 1, okay, and then minus 1 over I, and then minus A. So, ito yung formula niya. So, basically, ito rin yung equivalent niyan. Kapag meron kayong n payments, that is 6 payments, so magiging parang plus 1, tapos magiging 7, minus 1, I, and then minus A. So, ang ginagawa naman dun sa 7 payments na yon, you're trying to extend this further, and then you start with, parang annuity due natin, which is 1, first year, ganun. Pero since you started with the first year, kailangan mo siyang tanggalan ng isa pa kasi mag-exit ka na ng year, kaya meron itong minus A. So, ganun yung concept nun. But then again, on my perspective, mas madali itong magets kasi kinokompleto muna natin yung yung future amount dito sa from starting 0 to 5 using our annuity na alam na formula. And then we consider lahat ng payments is included, hindi yung ating lang yung sa time. So with this, kung ilan yung binayad mo, ganun karami siya, kaya 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So ito yung meaning nun. And then since meron pa tayong lapse, parang kulang pa tayo ng isang taon na magbabayad, pero we have to already take that to the future, that is the 6th parang year na nagkulang. So you apply yung compound factor para i-take this value na na-obtain mo dito to the future. So kaya meron siyang 1.15 raised to 1 pa. Now kung halimbawa 2 years to, then this should be 2. Pero syempre, hindi naman yun posible kasi this is just possible for future worth ng ating annuity due. Now, the easiest possible way, sabi ko nga, is you just try to take this present worth to the future worth. So with this, F would just be equal to P times the compound amount factor. So that is, diba yung P natin is 522, and then 258.6118. So the future worth would just be 1 plus 0.15 raised to 6. Na hindi siya 5 6 siya. So this shall give you 1208 as well, and then 015.904. So this is another way to deal with this problem. Kung meron na kayong present worth and you're quite sure with that. So that's a very easy computation, no? Basta you have to make sure na you're doing this at the 6th kasi we started with the annuity due. And this is kind of different when we try to solve for this kapag cash is ordinary annuity. Kasi we won't be having 0 and then we end up with dito, parang ganyan, no? So ganun yung mangyayari dyan. And then that's just parang solving for the rest of the equation. Okay? Ang another way to view this is parang dito rin sa future na to, parang minumove nila dito yung ating mga arrows. Kasi imagine, kung meron kang cash flow, nag-start ka dito sa 0, pwedeng ang reference mong gawin is gawin mo siyang 1, yung 0. So para maging ganyan na siya. Okay? And then you're moving to this kind of payment. So you end up with 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically yun. Kaya meron tayong n plus 1 dito. So parang ganun yung nangyari. Nag-move tayo to the future. Pero since ginawa mo is nag-move ka, you have to make sure na you subtract 1 from that. So yun yung idea din nitong equation natin na given. But you can always devise your own method na basta just follow the cash flow diagram and you'll be able to solve anything basta you have the idea of the cash flow diagram. Okay, so I think that ends yung ating annuities and mga amortization schedule. And next time we'll be solving for the capitalization. And next time we'll be solving for capitalized costs, tsaka yung mga perpetuity. Ano ba yung mga ito na sinasabi natin? And may mga replacement, ano ba yung replacement values. So we'll be dealing with those on the next videos.